Hello, folks. Hope you're having a good Sunday. My name is Joel Duggan, and this is the Citadel, and it is dark outside, so we must be careful. It's a survival multiplayer server where I go geeky stuff in Minecraft with my friends, hang out with you cool people in chat, and the last few weekends we have been working on this beast, the moss farm. And today I want to finish up what we started yesterday, working on the lake, adding in a little bit of greenery, at least a little bit, just so it feels like it's been touched by a player, as opposed to just default Minecraft. I also want to do something about these things. I need to keep note of where that is, but I need to move that so it's not so obvious. We might build something on the bottom of the lake that's a little bit less, I guess, loud, seeing as a giant redstone block in the middle of everything. That marks the redstone spawn chunks. That's why that's there. So there's another one over here too. Where is it? In the lake somewhere. First order of business, though, I need to drop off some stuff from my inventory. I need to remember to take this with me. Both of these need to come with. And we need to go to the medieval area and the modern city, because I need to drop off some stuff. Because I don't have enough room for the things. We should bring this. Don't need that. I don't need to bring these. Remember to bring back my gravel box. Andesite rails. Okay. So it's going to be a little bit of a walk and talk here at the start of the episode. Of the stream, rather. Been watching a lot of YouTube lately. Dang Rice, hello. Welcome in. Wow, that was visible. First stop is going to be... Well, we have a super smelter in the modern city. But I think players are coming through here more often. I just don't want to turn all of my sand into glass, so I think we're going to drop off the sand in the modern city, because I have a larger sand storage there. So we'll do that. One of the nice things about the server is having multiple locations and multiple storage systems. And I've been getting the itch to get back to the modern city now that we've been visiting here so often, you know, coming to drop things off. And I'm looking forward to being able to work here again. I was thinking when I was taking the screenshot before the stream, last week on the spawn chunks we were talking about sodium and iris, and how players are able to get like really good oh, there's no shulker box here. Okay, well, there's lots of room for sand. That's good. Players are able to get really good frame rates and really good results with their shaders, and I found the opposite. I installed iris with sodium that came with iris, and they're meant to be something that works together. And my performance was worse without shaders. So I don't know. I really don't know how all these places claim to have such good results with this stuff, and then it just doesn't seem to help me on my machine. I mean, it's anecdotal, I guess, but I think this is the garbage. No, that's the input. Do I have any spare shulkers here? Gunpowder. City parks, we should probably leave that. Nether rack. No, those will have to stay. Okay. It's laggy around here too. I wonder why that is. Why is this choppy? Don't need anything from there. So while we're here, we'll take a look at the geode. I ended up coming online last night just to relax and mine out some stuff, and so I was able to clear out a little bit of the geode. All the amethyst is still there for the most part, but we're hopefully going to return to this at some point today. Flowing water, yeah, maybe. I'm getting some major lag though. Like I'm getting some like flight lag and stuff. I'm not sure why. So we need to sort it out. I don't have shaders on. They're off. Took the time to put in some scaffolding, so it makes this trip a little bit easier. So here, I dug out everything underneath the geode, so we can put some water down here. And so when we mine this out, we're going to be able to collect everything. I don't know how or when or why we're going to set this up, but the cool thing about this area is that over here, there's a zombie spawner there, and then there's a cave spider spawner nearby. Or was it? I feel like it was within 16 blocks. Oh, there it is there. There's a cave spider spawner in there. Zombie spawner there. And then the geode's right here. So we could probably set up some sort of cool little farming base. You know, get some XP, repair some stuff, whatever it is we need to do, get some string, maybe even turn the zombies into drowned. And then that way this stuff will grow nearby. But the reason I wanted to come over here is because I wanted to free up some of the room in this shulker box. I think that's all we can really move. And then I wanted to take some of this stuff back. Don't really care about the gunpowder. I had spots where I was just tossing like garbage items. Don't need that. Don't care about that. Don't need those. I have a rail box back at the thing. Alright, so that can all stay here. Now, right, the way out is this way. Yeah, I was just chilling. I poured myself a drink last night and just came on to relax. And with the netherite pick, it didn't take that long. I thought to myself, if I was really going to dig this out quickly, I would probably set up a beacon, but it was just too much of a pain in the butt. It's this way. It's really easy to find your way out at night because you can see the daylight coming in from here. Also, there's a ton of iron around here. It's great. I think I'm gonna be collecting iron ore when I see it, but not smelting it. I think I'm gonna try to keep the iron ore and maybe use it to decorate a mining build later. So, because we've got an iron farm, I don't need the iron ore for anything. Yeah, we've got about 8 or 10 stacks of calcite now. Yeah, it's really chuggy around here. There's probably some mobs underwater or something. Alright, so now we need to go to the medieval area. Because I need to find my shulker boxes and bring back things that I am currently in need of. And we're going to walk and chat. Because we can. Yeah, the calcite's going to come in handy working and building up here. I'm already starting to have some ideas. I saw, watching Exumavoid's latest video this morning over breakfast on Hermitcraft, and he's building this crazy Evil X store thing, but the roof shapes and the scale of it are just great. And I'm not going to copy it, but like I want to do something that scale. Like I feel like after this town gets farther along the way, I might want to branch out and start doing something with like purple roofs. And I've seen some really beautiful stuff from Gemini Tay and Pearlescent Moon, and I want to do more with dripstone. That's the other thing. While we're here, we're going to harvest some dripstone, I think, because I want to try and set up a dripstone farm. I don't know where, and I may have to attempt to build a flying machine from memory. I don't know if I can do that yet. Oh, the greenhouse build that X has is very cool. Yeah, I like that kind of like tiered. He didn't just make it flat, like he kind of kept it with the shape of the land that it's on. It's very cool. You know, whenever I walk back into the medieval area, I always realize just how much work we have to do. We've not done any of the farms between these two farms in the city. Like, I want all of this to be developed. It's going to take an eon. We've got that symptoms of on the Citadel of everybody's kind of off doing their own thing. I have to fix the roof there too. I noticed that Exumavoid uses some different zoom tools and some different camera tools now. I need to look up to see what fabric mods he's using because I really like some of the cool things that he was able to do with the camera. I also need to get some more golden carrots and rockets. I think, well, rockets we did last time, but no golden carrots I need. Tarsiris, hello. That sounds like a World of Warcraft name. Sounds like something I would have named my elf. First elf I ever made in World of Warcraft was called Satometis. And it's Latin for plant fear. He's a druid. But that was... Oh, look! Carrots. That'll come in handy. Problem solved. We're mostly solved. Oh, did I leave? Toolbox, utility box. Didn't bring the rocket box. That's annoying. Whoops. Do I have any more carrots? Does not look like it. Okay. It's alright. That'll do it for now. Have you made a carrot farm? Yep. Yeah, we've got a carrot farm, but it's not often loaded. Gem's cottage cottage core theme. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. I've gotten in the habit of, it's weird because I know unfortunately it doesn't give them the view, but I've gotten in the habit of putting streams, Minecraft streams up on my TV while I listen to a podcast, like a tech news podcast or something. And then, take this with me. And then, oh, there's a gravel box. And then I will be able to listen to the podcast, but then look at visually what's going on. Because I find sometimes, especially with really popular streamers, which is fantastic for them, but they do spend an awful lot of time just like thanking the chat for subs and gifts and stuff, which is great. It just that they don't talk about the build very much. It's not in the same way that in a video where they've edited the video and they're talking specifically about the thing. Wow, I don't have any spare shulker boxes, do I? Maybe we go to the end today and get some shulker boxes. Some of these just need to be cleared out. Bag of holding. So that is where I can put some of this stuff. Maybe not the coal. There's the dripstone though. I want to bring that with. Let's not bring all of it. Let's leave half stack. And we'll get that many of those, plus we'll grab whatever's hanging around. Nothing else I need. Do have copper here. I have to remember that I've mined some copper. Right, so I don't have a spare shulker box here. What I really wanted to bring back with me though were the boxes for various stones. That's full, so that doesn't really do us any good. Got a lot of redundant shulker boxes now. Okay. Organization stream. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know how engaging that would be. End heist. Yeah, you know, an end, going for a little bit of a quick jaunt. We do have elytra. I'd love to get a backup elytra, for sure. I've also been thinking about taking the time to mess with the villagers in Dartmouth Meadows, just to try and, since we've got some time away from the medieval area right now, just as a bit of a brain break, we're working on these next level farms, these 117 farms for the server. I think a dripstone farm, I can't decide if I want to do a dripstone farm here in the medieval area, or if I want to do it down in the meadows. Just can't decide. Gappy the Twitch guy, hello, how's it going? This hasn't grown very much because we haven't been loading it, but I want to try to gather at least some more pointed dripstone. I don't remember, does this matter as far as fortune is concerned? Maybe I should be using fortune on this. Does anybody else in the chat know? Fortune matters. Doesn't look like it. So you can't break these down, but you can make them. So you want to be careful with how you spend your dripstone. I need some scaffolding here, I think. Yeah, Dangranx, I agree. I don't think it doesn't appear to matter. Someone told me that you don't need these little drop parts here, but I feel like it's still the best way to go. In an automatic farm, you absolutely need them because it just saves yourself a lot of time and energy. Well, that's not bad. Stacking a bit. Well, I already had like 11 or 12 or something in my inventory. But that's not bad. Put you in here. Alright, well I guess we don't really have as much stuff here as I thought I was gonna need. Still not sure what to do about this square, but when it's done it's gonna look really cool. Whenever I take screenshots in this area, I always think how much it would be beneficial and fun to be able to play with shaders. I watched some streamers play with shaders and it's like, I don't know how they get these crazy frame rates. Could some of the stuff from some of your shulker boxes go in your swamp-based storage? Bring up some of the said shulker boxes. Oh, that's a good idea, Cosmic. That's a good idea, actually. Good call. Some of them I don't want to empty. Like, I don't want to empty certain like boxes of andesite and stuff. Like, I don't want those to be empty. Do I need this to be full? No. That I can probably free some space up in. I don't know if I need a turf box anymore. I feel like this has just got some random gibberish in it. Same with that. Like that honestly just belongs in the nether. Bring up some space probably in our nether storage. We should probably do that. This could be freed up. Oh, we'll take those. Put that there, put that there. Yeah, like there's just beds, gold stuff. I mean, some of this we can just turf. I was keeping the gold armor because it would be fun to decorate like the town with like statues and stuff. I thought that would be cool. Certainly we've got room in the dye box. Nope, we don't. See, this, we don't necessarily need all these in a shulker box. That's the other thing. Yeah, that could totally be sorted, couldn't it? Hold on. These are all... We need like an acacia, a dedicated acacia shulker. I feel like that's probably what I was trying to start here. Maybe just one that splits between acacia and birch maybe, or jungle. We can just eat those. Slime balls we can probably put in the red. Nope. Can we just make pistons? Yeah, we can do that. Done. Yeah. Sometimes you just look at this mess and you're just like, I just don't want to deal with this. I just don't want to. Black concrete pattern. Like, these are just things I just don't have room for in other places. Those we can take. And I had one of these had coal in it. And I have an iron box here. Whoops. Defacing Typhoon, that's very specific. I guess we'll catch you later. Hey, the Mighty Elkhorn is here. How's it going? And Rihani is here. Sorry, is there an L or an I at the end of your last name? Mini packs built a redstone flying machine powered dripstone farm on Infinity Cove. Oh, cool. Did they? I'm glad that Mini Packs is back and joined the server. I guess I don't need to bring that. Don't necessarily need that either. We can probably redistribute this once we get back. All right, I think that's enough mucking around. We've got a storage system here I barely use too. Like, I could just put all these things in here. So, like, where'd that go? Like, I could totally free up some space by, oh, I don't know, putting things in the chest that I took 2 streams to build. And yes, I could use the auto sorter, but I'm about to leave the area, so nothing would be loaded anyway. So rather than have items loading in and not loading, I'll just do this. I'd say that's fine. So that gives us a little bit of room. Yeah, the input is here for the storage. That McScrew gun, that idea is so crazy, it just might work. I really like Jersey Boys Sky. I've been using it for years. The following message is cute? I don't remember what the following message is. Oh, is that the one where it gives you the 300 channel points? Oh, the rainbow sheep. Right. Right. I'm not sure where I found that. I think that was just a default thing. I know the rainbow sheep is like a reference to Cosmic. I know that much, but I don't exactly remember the entire message, which is kind of funny. Do I need to stop by here for anything? Yes, Evian, or Evian, I guess. Welcome in. We're gonna check the, yeah, I have a carrot farm. We also have these. I need to check, I don't think I have a shulker box here. Dirt, grass, more dirt. So, I can take some of this stuff. Like grass, we can just toss in here. It's hard to do this when you've got like a full inventory. Brown, concrete, powder, blah, blah, blah. These are all specialty things. Seeds, cocoa beans, beetroot seeds. I'm going to leave those and bring those with. Brown mushroom. That, I feel like we've got stuff in here. Yeah, I mean, they're full. There's some carrots. Like, take this stuff and see what we can top up. And then what we can't top up, I think I have over here. So, like, I don't know if I need a specific box like this anymore. I feel like we've got our clay over here now. Podzol was around here. Mushroom block, terracotta. I feel like we can just put this. Don't I have like a coarse dirt? Yeah, I do. So much stuff. Well, there's some carpets, so we can just put the carpets in there. I don't know. I guess I could always leave some rails around. It doesn't hurt to have a little bit of things in the area. Is this brown mushroom block? Yes, it is. Remind me that I have tons of brown mushroom block at the farm here. I feel like I need to check our concrete box. Yeah, so we could load this up. Best we can anyway. Terracotta. I don't think we have any. I thought I had a box of plain terracotta. Like, that must be in... That must be in the modern city. I didn't see it anywhere, though. I could have sworn I had just an entire box of terracotta, but I have this habit of, like, when I'm done with a shulker, I'll repurpose it. So I don't know where I would have put that. Custom texture pack. Yeah, it is, Evian. It's, hold on. Where did I put it? It's a petrified oak slab. If you look that up on the Minecraft wiki, you'll see that it's available only in creative. It used to be in the game, and it was a fireproof slab. But it's not used anymore, so that you can give yourself a new slab texture without losing another slab texture. And it's really handy. Like, it looks really good when you put some pebbles in it and stuff. My coarse dirt texture also has some pebbles in it. A lot of these are ideas I got from Germsy Boy and Whip and stuff. But they're things that don't like change the gameplay that much. I just find that they create some nice variation for my eyeballs. Terracotta. I guess we'll just leave that there. So much pink concrete. Light gray terracotta and brown concrete. Hay bales. Hay bales. Mushroom stem. Where would I keep? Where in here? There we go. See, I have a landscaping box. So a turf box, I think, kind of takes the place of the landscaping box. And then cocoa beans. Got beetroot seeds here. Guess we'll put cocoa beans here too. Always nice to have. So there's another free shulker. Or freed up shulker, I should say. Oops. Andesite, gravel box, turf box. Iron box goes there. Oh, the one that's missing is back at the spawn shops. Okay, I'm glad I stopped in here. That actually worked out quite well. That's the player storage for this area, like, so far. One of them, anyway. Yeah, it's nice, Evian, when you've got unused blocks that you can do that with. I'm really tempted. I wanted to try a modded series, and I think maybe when 117 gets a little long in the tooth with part 1 and we're waiting for 118 to come out, I really feel like I'm going to jump into a modded series where there's going to be a bunch of new blocks. It's just taking some time to curate and choose the kind of mods I want in the mod pack. So I'm looking at all of Fabric 3, but I need that to be updated to 117. Yeah, there is that tidying time, Cosmic. I know what you mean. I try to, like, organize my inventory before I log out every time. Like, I try to get rid of junk. I'm a pack rat, but I'll just throw some stuff into fire and lava just to be just like, I'm just done with this, you know, 3 pieces of diorite and 2 gunpowder, and, like, I just don't need it. You know, like, we've got stuff everywhere on the server. So it's nice that you can just bail when you need it to. It's also a fun, chill way to start the stream. It gives me more of a chance to, I think, chat with the chat room when we're just doing, like, a little walk around and organizing, kind of planning for the day. I don't want to spend too much time. I've spent an entire hour walking around, which I guess, I mean, for people that haven't seen the builds, that's kind of fun. Right? I mean, that makes sense. Do we have something that needs to drop in the nether? I think we do. Whoa, that was scary. Didn't like that very much. Oh, we should go down to the other build site, the cavern, the netherite hall. So let's just see what we've got here. Gravel, andesite, This is our working kind of like new 117 blocks. Moonstone we can just put away somewhere. Coarse dirt we're going to keep. Stone blocks. We can probably replace this with moss blocks in there. That's probably a good idea. This can be redistributed. So I'm going to grab my utility box. We can put chest there. Grab the chests. Put that in there. Carrots. I mean, honestly, I don't know what to do with the carrots. We really don't need either of those things. Neither do we don't need the meld scenes. I want to keep those, I guess. So this can be dropped off back at the barn. And we could use the gravel and the spare dirt to make more coarse dirt. Then it's just these things. I don't know if I have a garbage anywhere. I think I've just been throwing things into the lake. Now somewhere I had... Yeah, this is a box that I think we can probably just leave this in the nether. Probably a good place for it is in this right here. I just want to dye it a fancy color first. We'll magenta dye. That's it, right? Yeah. What's this? What should we call this? Well, we don't have to call it anything. We can just stick it in here. Got some goodies. Alright, so that gets us down to just a few of these. Stone, gravel, kitchen sink. That goes to back to the cabin. That's good. That's where the clay is. Turf box is empty. So turf box and the UEC, those are going to be freed up. I think that's all I really need. Two shulker boxes seems to be. I think that'll be plenty. Since we're here, we're going to drop off some empty bottles into Macast's potion room. Wondering, but I listen to the Spawn Chunks a lot, and you often say the server has a few people with full-time jobs. Will you consider adding more people to make the Citadel feel more alive? Just curious. Yeah, we consider adding people. The thing about the Citadel is that I don't add random people. I add people I would consider friends and online friends. So it's why it's so irritating when people come in. They're just like, hey, can I join? Like, no, it's a private server. Like, that's the whole idea of private server, is that, you know, random strangers don't join. And that's not firing a shot at you, Mr. Samuel. Not at all. It's an honest question. But no, I mean, we look to expand. The problem is that we've invited people before, and then they come on and they do stuff for, like, I don't know, a few days, and then they just don't continue. Because a lot of times I've been using the server to try and get friends of mine that are maybe not Minecraft players interested in playing Minecraft, right? So sometimes it takes, sometimes it doesn't, and so that's been the experience so far. Actually, we want to eat these first, don't we? I thought I had more than one bow. Maybe I dropped it. Or maybe I combined them. Don't remember what happened there. Yeah, no, I think I knew you weren't asking to join. But thanks for clarifying. Yeah, I think it's just schedules. You know, like one of the things I try to do as well is that a number of other people on the server also stream. And there's also a number of people that cross over communities. So while I think it will be important eventually to do some co-streaming with, say, Alistair and Steven, I also try to not be streaming and playing when they're online because I want people to be able to go see their part of the Citadel, and not be distracted by having to choose. It's not the same as Hermitcraft where there's just that many people, because obviously it's a much smaller server. But the people that are playing most often are also streaming. So like I try to not be online when they're online because I want them to kind of have their own thing. All right, this has to go in here. Do we have a spot? Looks like we've got that space there. Oh, hi, Creeper. I thought I had music discs. I do. Oh, good. I've got many of those. I think we can just... Those can just be garbage. Right? Turf box. This is all garbage. Keep those. And yes, we've got command blocks. I'm admin on the server. That's how we teleport around. That's creepy. Creeper being creepy. We can keep the glass somewhere else. Oh, they're full. Oh. That's why. Okay. They're also trash. Where did that go? There it is. This is set up a very specific way. I don't really care, but we got weakness potions for when we want to convert villagers. That's good. You walked into my trap. So yeah, so this is what I've been using for my garbage. Is just this lovely little pond. I just toss stuff in here. This old data pack stuff that just no longer works. Those are huge. Alright, so now we've got the UEC is empty. Turf box. So I need another name from you, chat, for the name of one of these shulker boxes. Oh, dirt's full. You know what? We don't need their dirt either. Mushrooms. We can fill those up. I find it strange that the mushrooms are so small that the number covers them. You'd think that the mushroom would be more of a larger thing. It'd be fun to go through the UI and make those kind of changes. As a designer, I think that would be a lot of fun. So I've got the UEC sac. I don't even remember what that stands for. Then we've got turf box. So turf box needs a new name. And I feel like they both need some new colors. So let's choose... What color do we want our, like, kitchen sink type things to be? I feel like the bright colors I don't usually use for anything else would make sense. So I don't use magenta very much. Green bin. I feel like maybe purple. Undetectable expansion charm. Thank you, Mixcruan. You are right. It was a Harry Potter reference. Cosmic wants magenta, so we can do magenta as well, I guess. We've got one magenta. We've got one teal. And I guess purple would make the most sense for this one. What's a good pun? Box of many things. So that's a good one, Marcus. Like BOMT. The funny part is trying to remember what the acronym stands for later. Junk drawer? I think we have one of those. Box of delights. The box. I like the box of many things, actually. We'll just do that. Don't forget the die box. Those are some fun little emotes. I'm not going to use any acronyms that are not family friendly, just FYI. Extreme Buddha Box of Delights used to be a name of a bookstore in Wolfville. Like Wolfville, Nova Scotia? Are you from Nova Scotia, Extreme Buddha? I had a couple of friends that went to Acadia. If you're talking magenta, my brain goes back to Rocky Horror Picture Show and the whole... That's a whole different track. Yeah, no, it is. Box of Delights. I swear it used to be a fancy chocolate by Cadbury's. I'm sure Delights has been used in many marketing things for chocolates. That sounds like it would be a regular thing. All right, so we can put this back in here. I am going to grab another one of these just to have here. Actually, I think there was a crafting bench too. All right, so now we actually have cobblestone, stone, and we've got andesite, diorite and gravel, and then stone bricks. And then we've got gravel part. What's this one? Coarse dirt. Those are all woods. I'd love to eventually get a shulker that we can use for like acacia. I feel like I'm at that point now where instead of this kind of a box, I want a box for just one kind of wood. Like this. This is super handy, having all of these spruce and oak stuff all in one spot. I prefer that kind of a setup. The bow. Where do we put the bow? I think I can just craft the bow into a dispenser. Do they have to be completely 100%, or they just have to be green? I don't remember. Looks like it has to be completely repaired. That's annoying. Alright, well, I don't need it that badly. Don't need this out. We will eventually do some redstone today to finish up the farm. I might actually do that while it's running. That might be fun to do. Oh, I have redstone in my hand. Did not mean to do that. Being this kind of organized is going to be good practice for when I do eventually do a modded series, because you need to be, I find, with those things. Alright, empty shulkers with the exception of the kitchen sink. And this I'm going to put someplace a little bit more accessible. So we've got dripstone, tough. Don't need seagrass there. Don't need moss in there. Don't know why we have those things. I feel like name tags and string I think I had in the redstone. Yeah. Oh. Got, we're full there, but I got cobwebs. Name tags were in the utility box. What's left to finish on the farm? We need to do some more of the lake right here. And as you can see, we've got decoration down there underwater, but nothing over here. I also want to sort out these things. These things are not finished. I don't know what to do with those. Those are just temporary, looks okay sort of situations. I don't need the gunpowder. Rooted dirt is good. Don't want to get rid of that. Is there room in the battle box for more arrows? Yes. Not that it really matters. Don't need this either. So I'm trying to keep all of the new blocks together. Don't need pumpkin seeds. I don't really need these heads. Should have dropped off the golden armor when I was up in the modern, or the medieval area. Oh well. I think that has us just about ready to actually start what we wanted to do today. Isn't that crazy? We'll just get rid of the string. Don't care about that either. And I think while we're working, we're going to leave the farm on and stress test it. Let's see if these two things fill up. Good time for a break, says Cosmic. Yes, you're 100% right. We are just about ready to start working on the farm in the final decoration phases. I've got some potions. I've got all the things I need. I got empty shulker boxes so that my inventory doesn't fill up like crazy. Yeah, perfect timing. If you're new to the channel, as I think some of you might be, I take a break once an hour. I usually just go reheat my coffee, grab a snack. You should too. And we'll be back in just about 5 or 6 minutes to finish up the decoration on the big old moss farm, and we'll turn it on. So if you've been itching to see this thing in action, believe you me, it is something to behold. So we'll do that in just a minute. I will be right back. Alright. The coffee is hot. We may have friends out here, so I have to be... There's a lot of good things around here I do not want blown up. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Cosmic. Too Tall. Hey, welcome in. Good to see you. Alright, so we have the things we need. I think I'm going to bring some dirt with me. Oh, we can actually move the coarse dirt into the proper coarse dirt box now. And same with the clay. This seems like a decent spot to put this. We've got some dirt. We're going to be getting sand and other things. And what do we want to do about that? You can waterlog signs now, right? We can maybe submerge it. So I'll bring a sign. Oh, I should bring a spruce sign. Something harder to see underwater. And... yeah, I think that should be fine. Doggo 15420, hello. So here what I'm thinking is that we just take this. Well, first we're going to drink a water breathing potion so that we don't have to deal with pesky air. Who likes that? What I think I'm going to do is we're going to just sink this down. We'll make sure it's a man-made thing. So we'll grab this. I don't want to use the redstone block. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put the redstone block underneath this. So I can put this here, right? I can use the sign and just copy the text. So south redstone spawn chunk border. Z equals 351. Can I? Pretty sure I can do this. I can. No, wait a minute. If I put water there, it washes the sign away, doesn't it? I need to know. Imagine breathing, right? What a pain in the butt that must be. As someone that suffers allergies almost constantly, I kind of know what that's like. Well, hey, that worked. Okay, cool. South, redstone spawn chunk border. Redstone spawn chunk border, right. Z equals 351. Can I not write on it? Oh, I have to do it before I put it down. That's right. Annoying. I guess I could put it just flat here, couldn't I? So, south. Redstone on chunk border. C equals 351. And then I can take this out. Get that out of our face. And just hide it down here. For no other reason other than just I want to make sure that it's very clear if we ever run into this that it's a intentional thing. And then we can just do it like this. Not like that. So I figured we can just leave that open and we'll put plants around it and you'd never be able to see that it's there. And then if we ever do need to know where the border is, then we still get our marker. I could take a door with me. Yeah, that's fair. I think I mentioned last time, I always forget about that. So hopefully this won't take too long. I feel like it took an awful lot of the stream last time, but these are the things that I think make a big difference. You know, when it looks like when you remove some of the math from Minecraft World Gen, I find it tends to look a lot better. It's not something you're going to notice right away, but it's something that makes an area feel more natural. I promise not to spend too much time doing this. We'll split the stream up between this and some more fun stuff. Oh, I'm supposed to turn the farm on, aren't I? Crap, I should do that now. That means we have to test the comparator theory. Hopefully this won't cause a lot of lag. Just going to bring this with us in case we need it. So the way that this is going to be turned on is via this redstone line right here. And so, what's an easy way to just show you this? Whoops. All right, let's grab a redstone torch. And I'll give you an example. So if I remove this hopper, put a redstone torch here, that means that this hopper is locked. So if I put stacks in here, nothing happens. And then if I grab, do I have stacks of anything? Of course I don't. Go get some moss. Or bone meal. This will work. So essentially this hopper is going to fill up with bone meal at the end. When it does, you'll notice that this torch is going to go off. Right? That will remove power from the farm. So when this is full, it'll shut the power to the farm off. So that's how that functions, right? So, and it only works, oops, it only works if this is full. So, farm on, farm off, right? That's how that works. And I had to remove the hopper, otherwise the bottom hopper here would just suck up all the things. I don't know what happened there. So we're going to put the hopper back, and then we're going to put the calcite back. I guess I'll just leave that there. And then all we really need to do is just connect this up. That should push this over and the farm should be running. Put our redstone back. cut this back. I hear it. That's good. The beast is alive. So now we're going to see how long this is going to go. So let me grab my trusty phone here. I'm going to start a stopwatch. So, I mean, not exactly, but it's been running now for about, 20 seconds. But we'll start it now, and we'll see after quite a while. I'm going to continue to work on this area in the lake, and then we'll just pop over and check that for bone meal in a little bit and see how it's holding up. Recently found out how to install Minecraft mods, so I've been messing around with those. Oh, very cool. Yeah, the Twilight Forest was a cool sounding mod. Pixelriffs was recommending that to me on the Spawn Chunks one week. It's definitely feeling laggier. Oh, Elytra and water. Fun stuff. We are going to update to 1.17.1. We just have to wait for the mods we use for performance, like lithium. Lithium's already updated. I think fabric is updated. It's, what are we waiting on? Optifine? There's a preview version out right now, but I find those can be hit or miss. Really tempted just to get all of this gravel. So laggy, only 60 FPS. It doesn't matter what your frame rate is. If you've got screen lag, you've got screen lag. Like, I can still have a high DPS and have the game lagging. They're separate issues. Like, for whatever reason, I can't use shaders and play the game. I can take screenshots, but and my computer specs are below the stream. I don't play on a potato. Brand new processor less than a year ago. Guess we should probably go sleep. It would be cool to add blinking lights and stuff, but I feel like that would just add to the lag problem. Hey, Cricket MC, how's it going? Always good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, Minecraft on a laptop is probably not going to be the best experience, unless you've got like a gaming laptop that has a really good processor. And I have other issues too. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm just slamming Minecraft. I'm slamming the fact that my computer doesn't seem to want to do the things that it should be able to do. Like, there should not be problems. I should not have this kind of lag on anything, especially this game. But I can't play Satisfactory right now because it's just too choppy and it hurts my eyes. And there's no reason for it, right? I had some issues getting dizzy the other night playing Before We Leave, but I think that was the game. I think that I really don't like the controls for the game. The camera controls really get spinny. I still want to play it more. Like, I'm hoping I get used to it, but it's definitely hard on the brain. I'm just going to do this one layer at a time. Keep it simple. Sassy Koala, welcome back from the lurk. Or welcome back to the lurk. Both, maybe? Either way, appreciate the view. Alright, that is the redstone-y thing. We're just going to get rid of this. And let's make this not so obvious. Maybe we'll make it look a little bit more organic. We come back in here with some rocks and stuff and make that look fine. Did I not just drink? I think they automatically fill with water sometimes and I drink those by accident. Yeah, that kind of looks more random. Like, this is really hard on the eyes. I'm not sure how shaky it is for you Twitch viewers, but this is really not pleasant. I'm glad that I have a shut-off for the farm. Because that wasn't happening before I turned the farm on. So, like, it's obviously like a server and or performance issue. Yeah, Typhoon won't be the first, won't be the last. Oh, out of dirt. Wandering Trader, hello. Normally I don't care about you, but sometimes you have things that we want in 1.17. Nope. Mini beehives would be cool. I just don't have this. I really want to go after it. I like the little redstone lamp too. Those would be nice too. When we start doing some really crazy decoration in the modern area, or the medieval area, we're going to have to hit that guy up hard. So I want some more dirt, and I want to deposit the sand, probably in something like this. Gravel we have a spot for now. Stone. He does not have the drip leaf. So here's another one of these markers we have to deal with too. When I made these like 3 years ago, I had no idea that I was going to need to use this area for something. So that's why they're kind of an eyesore. You haven't seen the Wandering Trader in the game for like a week? Jeez. Would we were that lucky. It's funny, I had sort of tuned everything out back when I was working on the snapshot world, and something Miss Snarky said to me was just like, I don't like your snapshot world. I was like, oh, like what did you like about it? And she's like, I don't like the villagers. They're so annoying. Meh, meh, meh. And it's like, yeah, like I'm so used to it, but having the wandering trader around when you're trying to do stuff, it's the annoying noises and stuff. I agree. Like it's not my favorite thing at all. Let's go with that. That. 2 there, 1 there. Seems like a tedious thing, but it makes a big difference when you shaped things the way that you want. Master Crunchy, hello, how's it going? Some of this needs to be just flat out removed. Whoops. Do we want to keep any sand over here? We could probably keep this one. This little bit here. And maybe just make it look a little bit nicer. Whoops. Feels okay. Maybe we will get rid of this. Feels a little bit better. Could maybe even sneak in like a little sand there. Sand placement sort of reminds me of the stonecutter sound. Interesting. I was watching tennis for a bit. Were you watching Wimbledon? DK Rennie, we are decorating the moss farm, but that also involves cleaning up the lake around it. So that's what we're doing right now. I'll show you a quick overview here. Like if you look up here, there's the moss farm. We did all of this yesterday. You can see where we took a chunk out there. And so now we're just kind of doing this last little corner. And I'm leaving a couple places, and it's kind of a fun little practice to just kind of like do a little bit of landscaping, have some fun. It's nothing too precious because it's underwater. Gives us a chance to empty some of our dirt stores that we just don't need. And do a few little things like this. Like toss in stuff like that. And then we can do a little bit up here too. And then maybe even that. And every once in a while you can just kind of like feel where one bit of sand needs to be. all of a sudden that looks like a nice little beach. I see 300Q. Subscribing with Prime for 9 months in a row. Unlocking the Fire Keystone badge. Thanks so much for that resub. Appreciate you using your Prime. Anybody else that wants to use their Prime, you get access to the Discord in between streams. You can hang out, chat with everybody. What are we going to do with all the moss, though? Build things. Turn it into bone meal. I mean, like, now that this is cranking, there's probably a lot of stuff coming in. So that's the rate at which moss comes into the farm. So we've got 4 full chests. We're almost at 6. This is not full. That's not full. So these are going to take a while to fill up. So the bone meal actually might fill up before... Like, that's pretty much constant. I don't know if the bone meal will fill up before the flowering azalea, because this is the lowest drop rate is the flowering azalea. We'll see. I love this. Really cool. Nembon design? No, this is an Ilmango design. Ilmango, but I dumbed it down. Like, we don't need whatever 6400 bone meal his was making. This is meant to be both moss and bone meal, so he didn't use waterway, and he had like a double speed stone thing. I just basically took like the top slice of his, and then we haven't modified these, I don't think. I think the idea was I was supposed to put a hopper there and the whatchamacallit, the composter there. That was a suggestion from somebody. I think it was the Prikios in chat, but we haven't done it yet because I don't know if we need to, but we'll see. This is the stress test, and if the stress test proves that we're running empty on those front dispensers, then we'll see what we can do. All right, let's just take out all of this sand. It won't fill before moss carpets because of the randomness of composters and at the speed of moss carpets. What would the randomness of composters have to do with anything? Last one. Might as well eat this one. I would imagine it's hard for anybody to keep up with chat. But I agree. Hats off to Cosmic and 10055 and Elkhorn and every other moderator that I've got around the community. It's really, really cool to see how people like Cosmic and other mods kind of like take hold and remember people and, you know, do all the important stuff. Very, very cool. I think of them like generals of the community. Like military generals. Mad respect and community, but also listen to them. Or forever feel the wrath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feels pretty smooth. Gameplay is not smooth, but whatever. I feel like the lag is really apparent because of how many blocks I'm misplacing. Free gravel, can't complain. We don't have piglin bartering for gravel setup just yet. It's only been a year. Why would anybody do that? This is just one of these markers, so we can just move this down. That's all that is. Let's do... Let's do this here. Ugh, stupid Elytra, stop it. No, Mr. Crunchy, I've got no plans to reset the Citadel. We've just put too much time and effort into it. If it ever came to it, I would probably just start a new world. Like, if I ever really got the itch to do something brand new, I would just start a new single-player world. Because it's mostly a single-player experience on the Citadel. We don't really do a lot of multiplayer. I mean, it's fun every once in a while, and it's nice to have help with projects, but we're also busy. It's really difficult to, like, coordinate and schedule co-streams and co-projects and stuff. What helps, I find, a lot is having people that want to contribute to a build, but maybe they don't feel like they've got the know-how or the skill or whatever, and so that they'll help with resource gathering, and so that helps when you're a content creator. Like, if someone's like, Joel, I really want to make this garden. Can I get some bone meal from you? And I'm just like, absolutely. And it just saves them the trouble of trying to, like, all the tedium of going to get that stuff. They can just do the project instead. So that part is really cool. But yeah, I don't have any desire to restart this particular server. If I did, I'd imagine a number of the people that play on it would end up downloading it and playing on their own, because they've already dedicated so much time, you know? Alright, how does that look now? Ta-da! Maybe a little bit more sand over here. Sure. And then this needs a little bit more of a natural shape to it. Yeah. All right. So what's nice about that is that we can just hit that with some bone meal, cover it right up. Why do honey people make walls for their drops? Do they want to check the farm's output? Nope. The farm is putting out so many items that it was too fast for hoppers. So, not only does this look cool, because why not? If you go upstairs here, you can see that our droppers are putting things into cobwebs, and that bunches them up into stacks, which means that the hoppers down below can actually process them at a decent speed. If it was just going straight into hoppers, it couldn't process it. It's still too fast. There's a loop. There's a water loop up top. Actually, I'll show you. The items come around here, and then they get looped around because they're just too fast. It looks like most of it gets caught up into bone meal, but if the bone meal stuff ever gets slow, then there's a loop back for all of the items that come out here. So It's both fashion and function. It does both. Keeps the farm usable. I don't know. I think our chests are probably going to fill up front before these bone meal chests do. Hard to say with these azalea leaves. Once these get full, so much of this is going to end up going... Geez, this is almost full now. So once the moss is full, we're going to see this get a lot faster. Kitzbull. Hey, I'm planning to make a huge mountain and build things on it, but what? And you got tips for building a mountain. I am not the right person for mountain building. You want to talk to Whip or Pixelriffs. But from what I've gathered from their videos, which you should go watch, is that you build like spines. So you basically make it look like an upside down umbrella that has no membrane in it. And then you can go ahead and fill in the mountain from there. And if I was to guess, I would say don't think too hard about it. So we've got another little beach there. So really the only spot left is just this part in the top, the north part. That's great. Might as well fill our shulker box here. Drop off the gravel. Clay was over here. And I'm going to need some more potions. Are these water or are these... No, they're water based. Okay. Don't need the redstone torch. Oh, I should get some more dirt. Hey, I got you on my recommendations. The Gatto. Thanks very much for coming by and saying hi. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Do you did you know about the spawn chunks? Did you know that I do the podcast with Pixelriffs? That's where a lot of people come in, but if Twitch just recommended you, hey, I'll take it. That's awesome. Hey. Just love seeing the ender chest full of shulker boxes. Thanks. It's the way to roll, man. You gotta stay organized. You missed the first part of the stream where we were just walking around doing all kinds of stuff. I think I spent the first 45 minutes organizing. A little embarrassing. I should have done it last night. My question to you, Ujay Wall, is why are you building a mountain 6 months before mountains are going to be in the game? Just out of curiosity. Helps if I drink the water breathing potion. Oh, somebody in my neighborhood is barbecuing. I need to barbecue for dinner tonight. I'm disappointed. I bought 2 things at the grocery store this week. I bought chicken thighs and I bought back ribs. Beef back ribs. No, pork back ribs. And I want to cook them, but I don't have time today to cook either because the chicken thighs I need to season overnight and let them sit in the fridge. So that's maybe a tomorrow thing. So tonight, maybe I'll just do like hamburgers or something. All my hamburgers frozen, but it's also a quick meal, which is nice after streaming all day. Oh, you can barbecue in the rain. I can't because my balcony isn't covered, but if you can set yourself up right, you can barbecue in any kind of weather. I think it affects your temperatures, but other than that, I barbecue all year long. I don't have far to go though, and if I have to shovel snow, it's a 6 foot by 4 foot balcony, like it's really small. It's just big enough for a table to sit and eat at and my barbecue. That's about it. Well, I got some plants out there too, I guess. It's like putting all your files in the cloud, safe and sound. Yeah, exactly. Especially when I'm as such a heavy builder in Minecraft. Like, I like having that repertoire of all those blocks that you need to test out. You know, to say like, hey, is this gonna work? Is this, what about this color? What about this block? What about this? You can just go into your like palette of blocks and kind of take a quick look. I find it very helpful. So I feel like some of this can be reshaped a little bit to be nicer. Yeah, I like barbecuing whenever I want. The hard part right now is that I've switched from propane to a gas grill, or to a charcoal grill, and I like it. I mean, the food is better, the process is more fun. It just takes time. Like, to do a decent meal, it's like 90 minutes. From like lighting the barbecue and all the prep and all that kind of stuff. It's still good, like it's fine, I'm not complaining, but you just have to plan for it. So like if you're coming home and you're starving, might not be the best. Might not be the best experience. And Miss Snarky is a powerlifter and is always hungry. So I have to choose my battles wisely as to what I'm cooking and when. Sometimes it's worth it to just get us both fed. And I work out regularly too, so I'm usually quite hungry by the time dinner time comes around, especially after a stream, because I've usually had a big brunch, no lunch, and then I'm looking for something decent for dinner. Last night we had a really good meal though, actually. I meant to post it on Instagram, but we basically just got went to the grocery store on a Saturday evening and that's when they're putting the discount stickers on everything. And so we picked up like a 50% off loaf of bread that was still fresh. It's just that because it was the end of the day Saturday and they weren't expecting a lot of people to come by, they decided that they were going to put it at 50% off. So it was like a Portuguese loaf of white bread. And then we got, what else we get? Some lunch meat that was absolutely fine, but again, because they weren't expecting it to sell it that day, they were marking it down to 50% off. So like it was all this really cool stuff. So we had like lunch meats and bread and veggies that we had chopped up. It was great. Mom Crafter 42 subscribed to tier 1 for 9 months in a row. You're like the 4th or 5th person to unlock the Firestone Keystone badge between yesterday and today. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Mom Crafter. Really appreciate the support. And enjoy that new Firestone Keystone badge. I need to do something about the top 2 parts of that badge. They're a little bit gray. They kind of stand out. I need to kind of get some more red in there, I think, at the top. It's not quite obvious that it's a Firestone. I wonder if that might be a better, it's like a darker gray. Maybe you can make it, you know, something a little bit higher contrast. What's better for the environment, propane or charcoal? It's a really good question, Doomwalker. I don't know. I don't know. I would imagine charcoal is probably cheaper because any kind of gas, I think, has a higher impact. But then again, charcoal is made from wood. So I don't know, actually. We'll see if our moss chests is filled up now. We are full on the moss. So I imagine the hoppers out the back are also full. If not, they will be full very shortly. Don't really have access to them, so it's fine. But what that means is these hoppers have to fill up, and then Actually, I don't know. I might have a problem with this system. I wonder, so will these ever back up? Probably not, right? So we need to work out a way to maybe have these shut off too. So yeah, I'm really not sure. We're just gonna have items. Yeah, because that could be a problem. Because the farm will shut off when the bone meal fills up. And this is going slow. It's my first time seeing one for moss. Can you show it? Yeah, sure. Let me sleep here. Yeah, the machine up top is pretty aggressive. Well, the thing about charcoal is that it's manufactured, right? Charcoal briquettes are not coal from the ground. They're charcoal. It's different. Rockets. So this is what's happening. We've got lava and water making stone. You can see the stone being pushed along here. There's pistons back there being fired. And then we've got these mechanisms up here. Right there. And that dispenser is bone mealing this moss block, and that's what's creating the moss down there. And then the same water that makes the stone also gets pushed across here. And then this spot in the middle, right there, this moss gets sent that way to the storage. This moss gets sent this way, up this elevator, and you can see it going across up here, and that ends up going in here for bone meal. The question that I have, though, is, are these still full? Oh, I'm in the farm now. Oh, see, this is empty. So this did not stand up to the way that it was supposed to work. It still looks like it's firing, though. So it's still getting at least one bit of bone meal. Like, these are filling up, but this is not. So we need to make that adjustment, I think, to make this a little bit better. Not that it matters. I've probably picked up so much moss just standing here. Yeah. Just standing there for that few minutes. I'd say we got all the sand. That's good. So we're gonna switch gears, I guess, and we'll start decorating the other side of the farm. So I'll get some moss, I'll get some shroom lights, and some bone meal. I guess I'll just leave that there. That's fine. So yeah, I think that's going to be a problem inside. I think we're going to run into an issue where the farm will not shut off, and we're going to have problems. Must have been this one. Great way to get some extra sand, though. Hoobie1, hello. Welcome on in. Hope you're enjoying the stream. so yeah, that's what we're going to run into. That's a problem. We need to figure out how to fix that. So I'm going to have to go shut this farm off. 'Cause that's going to be a huge problem. Crap. I'm pretty sure we can take a comparator output from the back of those hoppers. Yeah, that's a massive issue. Okay. Hold on. That'll turn the farm off. So the thought process was that when these were filled up, that these were going to go push across and be refocused into bone meal. But what's happening is, well, one, these hoppers can't keep up. But the auto droppers are not connected to the storage. They're connected to their own circuit. So what we need to do, which we do have room for, thankfully, is we probably have to... I think I can read a comparator output from those hoppers through the honey block. I hope. And then I can take that signal, and when we have a full signal, if I go up top here... yeah, so what I want to have happen... Whoa, this should be actually pretty easy. Because these things shut off as long as that's powered. So what I need to do is take a signal from the hopper and get it into this block right here. I think that should shut it off. The thing is, I don't want it to shut off all the filters. I just want it to shut off... oh no, we don't want to do that because that'll unlock the whole thing. We need to get it into... what section? I guess we need to lock one of these hoppers. We need just to make it so that these repeaters, we can't lock all of them. How do we do this? Thank you, Cosmic. Yes, I will pop away for a break when ready. Wait a minute. No, I have to do it by individual thing. I was gonna block the waterway, but that won't work. Or would it? Or would it? Hold on. No, because then they wouldn't be able to do the thing. Standard stuff. We want the filter to be shut off. And currently, it's shut off as long as no other things get into here. So we'd have to want to permanently lock that hopper, I guess. Because nothing here can be really moved. Take it easy, McScrewgun. Thanks for coming by. Always great to see you, my friend. Good stuff. Yeah. I don't know how to shut this off. Locking any of those 3 hoppers in the column should work. Yeah, the problem is that if you... There's no way to lock them. Like, there's no access to them. Right? Like, I can't... There's no... I can't remove those torches. That'll empty the whole thing. I need a way to keep these torches on, so I need to stop this signal from getting around. If we had a piston, like in this space right here, and it pushed a redstone block over, but that would power the whole thing. That would lock the whole contraption. So that's not going to work. If we had... I feel like there's going to be some crazy measurements of like... I need a way to stop this redstone. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. This redstone has to go down over this edge. So if we put a piston up here and it pushed a solid block into this corner, then it should technically cut that redstone signal off from going down, right? So all we need to do is put a piston here, and when that hopper down there is full, have that piston just push out a single block and lock that, right? Sticky piston. That should work. I'm gonna go get my... Well, first I'm gonna take a break, and then when we come back, we're gonna troubleshoot this. All right, this just got a lot more interesting. My massive farm that I can't turn off because... Wow, I guess they've all despawned. Yeah. Yeah, we can't have that, though. Because this thing is in the spawn chunk, so it's going to be running, like, constantly. But, I mean, obviously turning it off manually works. And I don't think... Yeah. The bone meal is not keeping up. Which is too bad. Whoops. Alright. As before, if you're new to the channel, I take a break about once an hour, and it is about that time. So I'm going to step away for 5 or 6 minutes, but when we come back, we're going to try to fix this on-off issue. So I will be back in just a little while. Like 5 or 6 minutes. Alright, let's test this theory. We might have to do a little bit of redesigning of the hillside. I feel like we're going to poke through the hill here. But if I can get my redstone. And I guess we'll use... We should probably use something specific. We'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. Gonna need probably some redstone. How are we gonna get the signal up? We could just use more honey blocks, I guess. Or leaf blocks? We might be able to do it with leaf blocks. Actually, let's use acacia. Not acacia. Azalea. I think I have all the things I need. I think I have all the things I need. Okay. A zombie somewhere. So here, unfortunately, we might have to break up some of my cave design. Not that you can see it back here, but essentially what we want to do is we want to try and do a comparator output from this block here. So we'll see what we can do here. Comparator, repeater. Let's see what's going on. If I put a comparator here, can I read through a honey block? Is the question. I cannot. That's annoying. So this probably has to be a solid block? Yes. Darn it. Alright, well. How much does the solid block affect the visuals? Because the honey down here is just for decoration. It doesn't affect the way that the thing is working. You'll be able to see it over there, unfortunately. Which is too bad. But you really can't tell otherwise. Alright, well that means that all of these need to be solid blocks. You barely noticed. That's not even a thing. Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably right. I think it's because it's not a full block. That would be my guess anyway. So we don't need all of this down here. Well, the only thing we really need is just this kind of a thing. So that will go up from there. So I'm going to have to use some scaffolding here. Otherwise this is going to get really annoying. Let's go up here. Okay, so all of these need to be like that. So I'm going to lose my decoration back here. These have to be solid. This has to be a comparator. And that will have to go into a block, so obviously I put these in the wrong spot. Let's just make a ladder up the front here, and I'll punch a hole through the honey, and we'll repair it later. Okay, so that is going to go into a block, and this is what's going to power things. So what we could do here is do a sticky piston, right? And to hide all of this, we could probably make it leaf block stuff. So we would have to put a piece of wood there on the sticky piston. And then the leaves we could just continue up. We've gone 2 blocks behind the honey wall. I just don't know what the reach is on this. We're going to need a log block. I think this works with both stripped and regular, but we'll bring both just in case. Puffy Fish, hello. How's it going? Thanks for coming by. We're in the process of trying to fix the farm that I thought had a shutoff, and it turns out it does not have a shutoff, so we're trying to do that shutoff thing now, which means we have to go all the way up here. Essentially, we need to take the comparator outputs. Oh, there's the zombie. Bye, friend. So we have to come up here. Actually, I guess I could have gone through around here. We'll punch through here temporarily. And I said it was 2 blocks back. Right. So if we put a log here, and then all of these are azalea leaves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Crap. I don't think that's tall enough. Oh, geez, it might be. It might actually work. So we need the other sticky piston to be here. And we need the block it pushes to be... No, I need it to be back one. We need the sticky piston to be back there. It's going to push a block that looks like this. So when that's powered, it'll push off here and it should cut off that signal. So we're just going to have to, I guess, remove all this for now. And I believe... That's the outside, so we've got room. I think the limit is 6. I have to remember now. It might be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because that would be ideal. Then I just need an observer. For those of you that don't know this mechanic, an observer will detect when a leaf block is close to, oh, there's the roof, is close to a log block. So we can take that out. We can put that into a block. We've done all of our redstone on dark oak for some reason. So we're just going to continue that. And then if we have... This just goes along here. Like this. Myself back out. And I think a repeater will work. So that pushed it out, right? And then that pushed it back. Question is, will it work from downstairs? Observer plants magic? Yes. The problem is that it spits out the block. I was hoping it would hold on to it. So we need this to not have a... Oh, this is a problem. Right, it's just taking any signal. Well, that's fine. We don't need these to be full. Right? We just have to have, like, anything in there is fine. I'm fine with that. I mean, that's fine. So if that's like that, that's currently off. And this is currently also off. So the hopper down below is currently receiving tons of stuff. And as soon as that hopper gets a thing, we want that block to be over here. So we can go downstairs, pretend that we're the farm, and we will deposit something into this hopper after I'm done kissing a cave vine. Right. Signal through the block into the piston, pushes the log into the leaves. The leaves tell the observer that it is now close to a log block. The observer puts out a signal. The signal spits out the block. It didn't work. Why didn't that work? Is it too far away? Oh. Maybe this has to be on the one tick. So yeah, okay, that has to stay like that. That's fine. So that works. I think it might be that we're too far away. I think 6 is the limit, not 7. Yeah, because this is still up. So I guess we'll have to move that observer down a block. Nanakoar, hello. How's it going? Thanks for coming by. Should probably sleep before we get blown up. Or shot at. Alright. I think we just need to do a slight change in the observer. I think the observer has to be 1 block lower. So that means it's still doable, right? I'm pretty sure we could still get a signal out of this. Hopefully it won't affect the honey block. So the observer can still do this, it just has to be here. That goes into... Does it have to go into a block? I don't think this is powerful enough. We have to put a repeater here. So then this is the block. Spit block out. Pull block back in. That works. And yeah, to do Oh, that sounded like it worked. So it was the range that was the issue. Yeah, I think it's 7 is like, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 is the log. So yeah, that looks like it's a problem. So we just have to make sure we set this right to start with. So that has to be like that. We could probably make this look cooler. Right, so this gets a signal. Repeater sends it along. This spits out the block. That should, in theory, stop this from working. So, I'll just go down here again and simulate. We are now in the mode where we would be receiving items from the farm. As soon as this fills up, this raises the log, signals to the observer that things are happening. We're at the edge of the range, so that means that we're not going to bleed over from one to the other. I love leaf redstone. It's so fun. This has spit out the block. So that has worked as we want. The only thing left to test is to see what happens if we put more items in here. They are not going anywhere because the signal can't get past here. Victory is ours. I feel smart. Yay. Cool. Now we just have to do that 5 more times. And if I remove this, we should hear things filter through. Nice. Alright, so we will put to get this sorted out here. So that means we need to remove these guys. Which is good because we're going to need more of these anyway. Smart Joel is smart. Yeah, for now. For now. Oops. Where did I leave my redstone? Did I leave it outside? That was dumb. No, it was upstairs? Don't remember. I am so glad I put in that water elevator. Best decision ever. I love water drops and water elevators. They make getting around so much easier. It makes you hate ladders. Just FYI, if you ever do it, you'll never use a ladder again as long as you can. Alright, so these all have to have magical little logs on them. Is that... I'm going to go with a stripped log just because I don't think it really matters, but that'll go there. We will want to probably not have any leaves touching these. That's kitty corner, so that should be fine. So then we need to have all of this space cleared out. And one last spot here. None of that should matter, so that's good. And then it's just a matter of putting leaves across here, like that. So this is actually going to fade right into the background, which is nice. And then, of course, we need to probably remove... I should change... That's fine. That's fine. That's also fine. This is not fine. I need a place to put all this. Take that out. And these are both empty. Okay. I think I can put that back now. I might have honey somewhere in one of these chests. There it is there. And then up here, we're going to need, I think, probably more azalea. So we should just go get that now. Good news is we've got some azalea laid out at the tree farm back at Dartmouth Meadows. You hate ladders? Nice. Plush Jelly, thanks so much. I'm glad they enjoy the spawn chunks. Are you listening to the Citadel Cafe as well? Because you should be. These haven't grown at all. That's annoying. Just the oak tree. Wish there were alternatives to water elevators in the Nether. I do too. I really do as well. I really wish that was a thing. I guess the closest you can get is like minecart elevators. I'm really here for the leaves. For those of you wondering, this is the 7 block tall leaf trick, or block trick that keeps the trees from being ginormous. Very handy. I guess I don't want the flowering azalea, do I? But it gives us both. Might as well just... Cosmic would be mad. Wow. So... keeps them from going up, but doesn't keep them from going crazy sideways. Sorry for the jumpy screen. I don't know if I got another sapling or not. So we're going to keep those. Maybe what we'll do is just... Really? Huh. That's odd that that one doesn't want to grow. Wonder why those ones don't want to grow now. That's weird. Take my rooted dirt though. I think we're good there. I think that was one of the first episodes of the Spawn Chunks I listened to when you were talking about special nether gloop as an idea. Oh yeah, no, I remember that. That was... I still think that's a good idea. Like, some sort of green slime in the nether, or turquoise. Like, make it the same color as, like, the warped forests or something, right? I would definitely play a mod that had, like, nether slime. I wonder how easy that would be. Like, I wonder if you could just copy lava or copy water in a mod, and then just change the speed at which it moves items and players. That's really all you would need to do, and then have it work like water with bubble columns and stuff. All right, here I think we're going to have to... How high do we have to come up here? We have to come up to 76. Talk about a way to blend your redstone in to the world, hey? So unfortunately we're gonna have to change some of this. That's fine. We're gonna lose our daylight that we used to daylight the farm. And we'll bust those 2 away. And then it's just a matter of doing observers across here. Now, how do we... I guess we have to do... How do we keep redstone from bleeding over? Because that's going to be a problem with everything being right next to each other. Right, so we can do this, like we can have this thing all set up, but then the problem is that once it's past here, like it won't, I don't think it'll affect both, but this will. Like once you get over on this side, we're totally gonna have the problem of this repeater powering this line. So do I just do it into a block and then do another repeater? That's probably the best way to do it, right? Because it's not very far. So I can do like repeater there, and then I need more blocks. Also, I don't need all this moss. Do I have these somewhere else? Yes. Yeah, lava elevators with fire resist. That's true. That's true. So hopefully this works. If not, we'll have to do more troubleshooting. Oh, forgot my pistons. Whoop. Gonna go with yes, that will work, with the disclaimer that I have no idea about redstone, but I trust you. Well, I'm just thinking that I know that these, like, you can power this block and it's not going to power this repeater over here. But if we had redstone here, I know that that repeater, I think it would hit both. I mean, I kind of want to test it, I guess, just to kind of see. I kind of want to learn to know whether this is a problem. Like, so if I did this, our 2 options are basically redstone dust like this, which unfortunately is going to, well, see, then it won't power the pistons at all. So that's the problem there. It won't be that it will bleed over, it's that it won't power the piston at all. So never mind. Question answered. Where'd that log go? Alright, so that should go like that. That means, oh, I'm down here. It's almost a shame that this redstone is so hidden because I like the way that it looks. Alright, so in theory, that should still do what it's supposed to do. We just have to go test it. Reaper, we are putting a off switch on the farm, which I thought I already had. Off switch on the filter, I should say, not an off switch on the farm. So again, we are in a mode where we are ready to receive things, which means that if I put something in here, it looks like it worked. Sounds like it worked. Success. Good stuff. Okay. So, if that's the case, we should be able to remove this. And I should be able to turn the farm back on, and this should just do its thing. That just looks like you can't even see it, and even if you do catch a glimpse of it, it just looks like more greenery. Like you can just kind of see the leaves behind everything. It's a little straight. Like if you get back here, it looks a little straight, but do I have repeaters and stuff like that in there? I need to double check. Make sure I have all those things there. I am missing, it looks like I'm missing some things. Hold on. Yeah, comparators. Okay, so that is all set up now. So that should work no problem. Maybe we'll just stick a little decoration in there. And maybe we will stick a little decoration back in here. Just to kind of blend that in a little bit, because I think you can still see the piston. Yeah. That's too bad. That's fine. So that means that each one of these filters now has an off switch. And so what we should see is a lot more moss going by the top filters and going into the bone meal situation over here. So let's go turn that back on again. That should bring the noise from the moss farm. Activate! Give me all the things. That's coming in here. And we have to wait for an item to fall down and go into that hopper. Doesn't matter what. We just have to have something come down here into these two columns. Oh, here we go. Oh. That looks like it worked. So I guess we'll check back here first. We've got 2 pistons extended. Oh, I guess every time something passes through there, they're gonna flick, aren't they? That's annoying. I never thought about that. I mean, they're not staying on, so that's good. In a way, I guess it'll help things catch up. But if those blocks have stayed spat out, then that's going to be a problem. And for anybody listening to that sentence and not knowing what I'm talking about, it's just going to be a complete loss. No! So these are not doing what they should be doing. I don't want them to do that. Why are they doing that? Oh, I've got to sleep. So the bud powering, I'm guessing, is what's happening here. That's probably the issue. Yeah, they're all going at once. Because these are connected. Alright, well, we can solve that. We can solve that. We can replace this redstone dust with blocks. That should still work. So they're now going one at a time. But in the process of doing that, I accidentally reset these ones. So I need to just basically grab this, put in a temporary block there, and then that, and then remove this. Of course. Why would this be easy? So those two should still be permanently on, and they shouldn't flick at all. Unfortunately, we didn't catch it in time, so there's going to be a bunch of stuff up here. Man, that filled up fast. One observer powers them all? Target blocks? One observer powers them all. I don't think so. They're still out. So target blocks would go where? So what we should see is a lot more moss blocks coming by here. Yeah. Still getting some carpet, but we're getting more moss blocks. What you have is fine? Okay. Yeah, they're not crossing the streams. The issue is that the fault in the system is that I can't wait for the comparator to say there's one in here that's holding. So every time an item goes through that that comparator, these are going to flick. But that's fine. It only stops it for a minute. As long as they don't stay out until they're full. Once it's full, then you want them to stay out. Alas, B Gaming, hello. Welcome on in. Yeah, how does a target block help? Please feel free to share the knowledge. Yeah, I think that's working because we're now getting an awful lot of moss blocks that are not being filtered. And they're being sent into our... You can see them disappearing here. They're being sent into our bone meal system, which should now be using probably all 4 composters. Yep. Making it rain. So, our system up there, looks like we're using 3 of the 4 droppers. And so people know what that is, it's this right here. So we've got hopper minecarts underneath. That's the waterway right there. Got hopper minecarts. There's 4 hopper minecarts to suck up lots of items, and each hopper minecart has a hopper underneath it and an auto dropper. And I guess this one has to have something in it in order to fire. This one's firing because it's next to it, but this one won't actually fire until this is absolutely overloaded. So the idea is that the system is just going to be... things are going to have to fill... Actually, that's going to be a problem too. I need this to fill up. I think the solution here is going to be having a hopper minecart in between these two. So instead of 4... I think we need 2 hopper minecarts. Although all these are full. This is just full enough. I feel like this is eventually gonna fill up. Problem is, same issue. When these are just going to keep on spitting out items. They're not going to stop because we've not done the right amount of work here. So yeah, I'm going to have to figure out a way to have this shut off too, which could be just as simple as having a comparator on this block. Oh, I got it. If I put a comparator here, does this read what's in there? No. Oh, there's nothing. Well, no, wait a minute. This won't run continuously because once the bone meal below... I don't know if this is going to be a problem. Once the bone meal below here is filled up, this thing shuts off. It shuts off the whole farm. That's really cool, though. Seeing that go full tilt, that's awesome. Is there some diagonal connection to the pistons through the solid block that the target block would help not to connect? Sorry, I missed Baudet's explanation. Yeah, I don't need a clock. I already have 3 clocks. What I need is a shut-off. I've got a shut-off on the back of this hopper, but this is a loud farm. That looks really cool, though. That's what I had envisioned when I built this area, was to have this coming in. Still takes a little while for that bone meal to get made. I think the doesn't look like there's a huge buildup. They do seem to be pulled into the hopper. What's our hopper speed looking like here? Looks like it's just taking the seeds. Why is that not working? Maybe it's just going so fast I can't see it. Oh, that's not supposed to be there. Oh. Yeah, I'd say they're just going so fast we can't see. So yeah, my concern is that the same issue that we had over here is that these are going to continue to have blocks spit on them until this is full, and that's going to cause some problems. So, how would we hook up a turnoff to this? I guess we would just take a comparator output off of this hopper. And then just, I guess, feed it down around into that. We just have to compare it to a redstone block so that if this is full, it'll put out a redstone signal and just power this thing, which would power the whole thing and shut it off, right? Herding cats. Oh, it's definitely a monster. Check this out. Where's the... It's outside. We'll fly over it. Looks cool at night, too. This is the beast here. I'm gonna sleep again just because I really don't want a creeper to show up on top of that mountain. Next break time approaches. Thanks so much, Cosmic. Appreciate that. I think we're just gonna try to finish up this part. So I think this should work. I need a redstone block, which I don't think will affect anything in there. We need to go inside. So if I put a redstone block here, does that lock that hopper? I can't tell. I feel like it did. I feel like that totally locked that hopper. Yeah, I think it's locking that hopper. Sorry for the clicking noise. I'm balanced. Hello, how's it going? So how do we get a comparator output out of this thing and compare it to something that's not going to lock that hopper? I guess we could use a redstone torch, maybe? That should work. If I put a redstone torch here, that won't lock that. Or does it? I can't tell if the redstone block locked it or not. I guess the thing to look at is the dropper, right? I mean, I could also just remove... I don't think this is anything special. So we could just put this here. And then put the comparator here. And if this ever got full, it should lock, right? I think our bone meal is going to fill up before our azalea saplings do. These all stay out where they're supposed to be. This unfortunately is cutting things off. Unless our moss carpet is full, that could be a truth. Not quite. Getting there though. So we really only have just the hoppers and that little bit left. And how full is this? Yeah, see that? I can't tell if that's just a visual glitch or if that all that stuff is being problematic. I wonder if I could put water running across there, if that would solve some of those problems. I don't think it's going to be something that is built up to the point where it's going to be an issue, because these are just constantly making bone meal, so it's not like... I don't think it's going to take 5 minutes. That does look really, really cool. It's really loud in here, surprisingly. And all it is just the crunching of the clicking up there of the droppers. But then also the constant bone meal creation. Interesting. These are off. That one still spat out. I guess we have to wait for carpet to come through. Kind of hoping that there would be more carpet coming through, that wouldn't be a problem. Because we're not full. Maybe there's just no carpet. Well, there's no carpet coming through because it's stuck. Oh, there's a fault in the system. It got spat out. And as a result, more stuff can't come in. That's too bad. Yeah, so you're left with the random chance that this might be spat out the wrong way. That's not great. Yeah, when you have 4 composters going at once, they're a little bit loud, especially when they're constant. It's a cool noise, but it's a lot. Not a silent farm, but like it's also not places where people are going to be hanging out. So that spat out again. So this is not allowing any moss carpet to go through. That's the issue. This filter is going to be backed up. So we're going to be seeing yeah, all the carpet's getting past. So it works, but it has a random chance to be left out like that, which is annoying. So if I grab this fast. I don't know what to do with this. Yeah, see, whenever it does that, it stops the filter. Nope, I don't want to be punched in the head. The farm's trying to turn Joel into moss now? Yep. I'm trying to be crunched. As long as it turns off, right? Like as long as it doesn't get... I guess the only thing that's missing here is that if we had a repeater on 2 ticks, it would slow down that process. Or wait a minute, if we... If we change the speed on one of these repeaters up here, instead of spitting out the block, the piston would hold on to it, right? Let's just see if that works. I want this to be like... out. The only thing I could think of would be to put another piston so that might work. Then it's not spitting the block out. But then if it ends up with stuff permanently in it, as long as it stays extended, then it should be fine. Alright, let's try that on these other two. And we'll do it on these ones as well. That might be the solution. I find observers very strange in that they don't put out a full redstone signal. It's really hard to wrap your head around. I shouldn't say strange. It's something I find difficult to figure out in terms of like, is that going to power a thing? Is it going to spit the block out? Is it going to keep the piston extended? Why isn't it doing it? Like I find that that's... I find the hard power, soft power, short signal, long signal thing complicated. Alright, that's doing what we want. We want them to be able to pull those blocks back. Which means that we should see a drastic reduction in carpet going by. Except with these, I'm throwing these in for fun. So really there's no way to know about this overflow until we actually have the farm filled up. So I'm not going to bother to fill in the top of this just yet. I might actually... Is there a way... Do you think we could put like a skylight on this? Like actually have like a glass dome or something there? Do you think that would look cool? Originally I had it all covered up. And I could very easily just build the mountain up over this. I was just thinking that it might be kind of fun to see the side of something. Sort of like how we've exposed the waterway around here. I wonder if we could put like a green glass sort of decorated thing like this. Maybe with some shroom lights or something up here. That'd be kind of fun. Find this all complicated, but it's a me problem. Is everybody clear on what's happening here with the observers and the comparators and stuff? So essentially, when the hoppers down below get full, the piston moves a piece of wood within range of these leaves, and the leaves will detect up to 7 blocks away that there's a block of wood next to it, and so it puts that one signal. You can see it flash into this block, and it's a short signal, so we need the repeater to make it a long signal. We need these blocks because otherwise the signal would power multiple pistons. So to keep it all in a single line, we need to have these blocks. And then this last little adjustment I did with the 2 ticks means that instead of spitting the block out and leaving it locking the filter, it pulls it back. Because there's no way at the bottom, at least not in the way that I've done it. There's probably a way if I had more room to do this. Down here, this comparator has a signal whenever there's anything in this hopper, not just when it's full. If I had the room, we'd want this to say only do it when it's full, but we don't have the room to run the circuits because everything is next to each other. So unfortunately, yeah, see, look, there's stuff in it now. That's up. And then when there's nothing in it, it's down. That's what we want. That would look neat, a glass sort of thing, tubing machine. Yeah, I think it would be kind of fun. Because then, let me just see if we can see this from the road. This is the other reason is like, you know, it's not going to be running all the time. But if we have a new member join, you know, or if somebody is exploring spawn or doing something, you know, in the area for whatever reason, if you come around the corner here, I guess you can't really see it. So really it would be more of a vanity thing that I know is there and no one else is going to be able to see. I don't think you can see it from up here. The trees are in the way. Just through the trees, you'd be able to see something. But that's about it. I don't think you can see it from down here. Oh, that's open. That shouldn't be open. No, you can't see it at all. That's fine. All right, well, I need to log off, which means I'm going to go turn off the farm, just because in case anybody is playing or streaming from the Citadel today, I don't want any lag to cause them any issues until I have this 100% completely finished. But this is looking very cool. I don't know if that's going to pile up. I'm going to go up top and see if those things are full. Oh, up top is this way. That's empty, so they're just going to empty their guts until there's nothing left. And that's fine, that'll just all get turned into bone meal or it'll despawn if it takes longer than 5 minutes. That doesn't look like it's a lot of items. No, I think we're fine. Weirdly... Oh, it's going. I am the bone meal king. I'm telling you that right now. Herding Cats, thanks so much for being here. Have a fantastic day. Hope everybody had a good stream. Don't go anywhere. We're going to pass you on to somebody else playing Minecraft. Let me just check to see who that might be. Probably going to do maybe Scar or maybe, I don't know what anybody's up to. What are folks up to? We'll try something. We'll try something. All right. Let's I'll sort that out later. Started the stream off with a very organized inventory, and now I have anything but. Thanks so much, folks, for hanging out today. Be sure to check out the spawn chunks tomorrow. We will be talking about some of my escapades here on the server, but we'll also be talking about the latest news with 1.17.1 being released. Check out the citadelcafe.com as well. That's a free podcast all about sci-fi and fantasy entertainment. Thanks to everybody this weekend for supporting the streams. You folks are awesome. Bits and donations and Twitch subs and Prime Gaming subs. 2 hype trains this weekend, which were just fantastic. I can't thank all of you enough. Cosmic Dancer, Hunter555, Elkhorn, thanks for modding. You folks are awesome. Check out patreon.com/JoelDuggan. Another way to support the stream. It's very cheap. It's $2 a month. Gets you access to the Discord. Helps me do more weekday streams. Help me streams new things like we streamed before you leave a new game on Friday evening, and that was really fun. So check out that VOD. It's on the channel. We went through the whole tutorial. It was really great. I had a good time. I hope you did too. But that's gonna be it for me, folks. We're gonna pass you along, I believe, to Aldebar. Shush! Don't tell him we're coming. Everybody pile in and watch more Minecraft. I will see you all next time. Bye for now.